Hey guys, it's Griffin. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to sign your first OnlyFans creator with a 75% close rate. Now, of course, I cannot show you how to sign a creator with 75% close rate. That comes from me being good at sales, knowing the game, and being in it for a long time. In this video, I'm going to be showing you and breaking down my outreach phase. If I were to do outreach in 2025, exactly how I would do it, what my mindset would be like, and everything in between to ensure that if you watch this video, you will know and have confidence to go and sign an OnlyFans creator in 2025. This process will be broken down into 5 easy to follow phases, so it's not going to be difficult to keep along. It's going to be broken down just for you to follow and watch and learn. And I want to get across the point that signing models is not hard, and I'm here to prove it in this video. It's really not. People have overcomplicated it for years. Ever since I got into the industry, I've never really had a huge issue with it, mainly just because I kind of come at it with a different approach than most agency owners. But without any further ado, let's begin. First point is the initial/first touch. In this is just your initial phase into sending an outreach DM. So you either are sending these DMs through a model account or a personal account. The reason why we're not doing any sort of agency independent account or any sort of ads, anything like that, people have done paid ads. I've done paid ads. I've never seen really great results with it. So I tend to always recommend either a model account or a personal account when doing outreach. Agency account just doesn't get the same conversion. Trust me on this, you need to be doing it off one of these accounts. If you do it from a model account, make the account have at least 10K followers. And if you can, verify the verify the account, make the account look very professional, good looking. Also, if you have a lower quality model, that will affect your response rate. The higher quality, the more followers and the more established that page is, the higher your response rate going to be. And that's why I love this method so much, is because you can literally engineer your own analytics and conversion rate for actually getting DMs. Because let's face it, if Sophie Rain started DMing OnlyFans creators, 100% of them are going to reply. But if a 10K girl starts DMing them, maybe 20 to 30% of them will reply. And with a personal account, it's even lower odds, but I'm going to show you how to play it with that. So if you have a personal account, I want your account to be a good quality profile picture, username with your name, 10K followers minimum, a few posts that show your analytics, your growth, or just your personality in general, a highlight showcasing your OF results, and overall an established page, and also a bio regarding what you do, how well you've done it, and things like that. Now, next part that I want to cover is the fact that normal outreach is dead. If you are sending a DM saying, "Hey Marissa, I love to fix a few funnels and leaks I see in your conversion rates. My name is XYZ from agency XY. I'm here to tell you," like, you're not getting responses. I'm sorry. If you send a wall of text and your text message looks like this, and that son of a bitch is like this big and it's huge, you're not getting a reply. We like to keep our text very short, very minimal, very straight to the point, that has a curated and easy response to it. So do not do the normal outreach where you pitch your agency. Remember, you are not pitching your agency in the initial/first touch. The reason why you're not is you're selling the reply. The whole idea, and I've gone over this multiple times in videos, is that when you are DMing from cold outreach, so here's the account, you just DM'd it, you're in the DM conversation, you just sent your DM. Your one job in this position is to sell a reply, is to get another chat box over here. That's your one job. You are not trying to sign a contract here. You're not trying to get them to get on a call. You're not trying to sell your agency. You're not trying to boast your earnings. Your one job with this message right here is to sell a reply to that message however you see fit. We've done tons of different methods, but however you see fit, the easiest way to sell a reply is the way that I think you should go about outreach. The rest of that will figure itself out, and if you're a damn good salesman, you can make sure that you almost get a 90% reply rate, and if you're good enough at funneling, you can close these models as well. But I will say, if you're getting a 90% reply rate, which we've done before in past, you will go into a lot of other obstacles because nobody's getting a 90% reply rate, being 100% honest and 100% transparent with what they're trying to do. Next point I want to get over is make it easy to reply. I see a lot of you guys like sending messages that look like this to your model, and they just have a bunch of information not really any sort of common objective. It's just a bunch of information about her problems, your fixes, XYZ, whatever it may be. And so the model feels just kind of weird because now they feel like it is a task to reply to you. They don't want to reply. You gave them this huge ass text to send and read and concentrate on, and you did not give any sort of, if that sounds good, just reply with an okay and I'll move on or something like that, right? Make it easy to reply to your text. Why would you want to make it difficult and a job for your model to reply? Read back your messages when you send them to models and make sure that there is an easy step-by-step next point to this conversation. It should always be within the last couple of lines of your last text that have a clear CTA or a clear message reply that you can get back a response, because the whole time, if you're making it hard for your model to reply, that is just going to hurt your conversions so much more. Now that I've gone over the initial touch and first reply, we are now moving into the conversation. Once we've got that response and we are in conversation, this is how you handle it. First off, have a plan. I want you from the first outreach DM, whether you're running a fake brand deal, whether you're running your normal pitch, whether you're trying to get in off of a mutual, whatever it is, have a plan, have a sort of look of how this conversation is going to funnel down. Have a whole A through Z of what could she reply to this message? What are the different avenues that I could take if she replies XYZ? Have a plan A through Z of how you are going to handle this conversation with this model. Whether it is bad, good, terrible, I don't give a damn. Have a plan of how it's going to play out. That way you're going to be more confident, you're going to be calmer, and you're going to know how to handle situations a lot better. And you may even have it pre-planned before they even happen. That's why to have a plan is huge. Now, reply funnel. Let me explain what I mean by reply funnel. Okay, so I've drawn out a couple of different messages that have a reply funnel in them. You can take a second to read them, but the whole idea of this is to have a simple reply to it. And what the funnel part comes into, so obviously the reply is one part, right? Hey, Marissa, I would love to explain more, but I think it would be fitting we just hop into a call instead. I'm free tomorrow at 12. Does that work, right? Reply funnel. That is a yes or no answer. I don't love the way XYZ is getting handled in your page setup. We usually run XYZ. Care for me to explain. That is a yes or no answer. That is the reply. The funnel comes into play is when you have every single one of these texts that could possibly be sent out inside of a Miro board, inside of something else, XYZ, whatever it is, that is funneled. We have physical drawn out patterns of how conversations could and can go inside of DMs. That way we always ensure we are staying ahead and staying in charge of the conversation. You want to build out blocks of messages that look like this, that you know whatever response that she responds with, yes, no, negative, positive, whatever it is, you have a justification to go to or a message to send after that. So having a reply funnel, not only getting a certain yes or no in every single text that you send, having a funnel and reciprocated answer or funneled response to whatever that answer is going to streamline and make your whole process a lot more efficient and honestly more successful. Lastly is voice messages. Always send voice messages. You can get away with so much more by sending voice messages. In this video, I've probably already said multiple thousands and thousands of words. If I put all these words on a doc and told you to go read it, you would call me crazy. You'd be like, I'm not listening to a YouTube video, or I'm not reading a YouTube video. I'm watching a video. I'm listening to a video. So you can get away with so much words. A minute long voice message literally would be like that long of a text, if not longer. You can get away with that with literally that much. That is literally just a voice message. It's so simple. It's literally a cheat code. If you're not using voice messages, if you're too scared, if you're not confident enough, bucker the fuck up. This industry isn't for you. Moving on. Number 3 is the sales call. Now, you've gotten to the conversation. You've sold the conversation. You've now sold the call inside of the conversation. This is what you should do on the sales call. First off, rapport. I have literally made deals that if I did not build rapport in the beginning, I wouldn't have made the deals. It is a proven psychological fact that some people, when they identify somebody as their friend, which is what the whole purpose of rapport building is, they trust them and are willing to invest money, time, energy into that person. So spending the first, I'd say honestly, 5 to 7 minutes of a call, even maybe a little less, maybe a little more, on rapport building is key to signing. If you do not do this, you will not sign a model. If you jump into an agency call and you go into straight, I do this, we do that, I run that, it's not going to work. You need to spend these first 5 to 7 minutes rapport building, asking questions, making jokes, being loose, having fun, and overall just enjoying the conversation. My next point that I want you to have is identify pain, then use it. Find out her problems. Find out what agency did her badly 2 years ago. Find out why she's not working with the agency. If she is working with the agency, find out what she hates about the agency right now. And then after that, use it to your advantage. Marissa, to be honest with you, unlike XYZ agency that you're currently partnered up with, we typically don't usually run XYZ. Whatever XYZ is, that is something that she hates, right? If she's like, oh, my agency they always don't talk to me. It takes them 2 weeks for them to have a conversation with me. They get the right results, but they just take too long. Yeah, Marissa, to be honest, XYZ agency kind of sounds like a lot of the young cats in today's niche, to be real with you. What we usually do is always try and make sure a daily touch. We actually sometimes even install a relationship manager within our agency to ensure that you're always getting updates, you're always getting info, because at the end of the day, Marissa, it is your page, it is your money, and it is overall your job. So I definitely want to keep you informed. So that's not something that you would need to worry about at our place. Saying stuff like that and being able to identify pain and then use it at your own benefit, it is necessary for success. Now, my next point is ask questions using how, what, and why. The reason why, if you haven't already read books on sales, psychology, things like that, the reason why we ask questions, some people will call these questions open-ended questions, but there's another word for it. I'm blanking at the moment, but if you go read Start With No or Split the Difference by Chris Voss, any of those books, they'll dive deeper into this. But the whole point of it is because with questions like this, you will find what's called the underlying reason. So for every objection, there's two sides. Pretend this is an objection right here. There's two sides. There's the surface and the underlying. The surface reason may be something like, I don't have enough money, right? So it might be a price objection, right? I don't have enough money. The underlying reason to that could be a number of things. It could be that they're scared of making the investment. It could genuinely be a money problem, but it's not so fact the amount of money. It's mainly the lack of not having that money and instead having value for resources. Every single objection that you receive in sales, there is always two parts to it. There is the surface, which is what they're telling you, and the underlying. What questions like these do? Why? What, how, those help us find the underlying reasons. Because eventually, if you know not to talk in a sales call, asking these questions repeatedly enough and at the right times will have you finding these questions with ease. And then after you found these underlying reasons, the real reason why she's not being successful, why she wants to change agencies, pitch and position your agency as the fix. Simple as that. If you can do those things that I've just described clearly, efficiently, and effectively, you will find yourself with a shit ton of models inside of your agency. It is fairly simple and it is not something to be overcomplicated. It is just something to be strictly followed. Number 4, contract sign, send during, sign after. We always do it. Seems to just have honestly a better rate for some reason. But what we do is on the call, we close them, send the contract, say, hey, I'm going to leave you go for 2 hours to go review this contract, have quiet time for your own thoughts, take your own knowledge, do whatever. Send me messages if you need it, have any questions, and then have her sign after. If she doesn't sign within 24 hours, send a message, send a voice message, call her up, get something back on the phone. And then obviously we use the sign to Dropbox is what we do. After that is step 5, which is onboarding. I know this really isn't anything to do with model signing, but it is important for model retention, which is technically go hand in hand. The second that we onboard, obviously there's a lot of things that go into this, model personality sheet. There is like 20,000 things that go into onboarding, but these are the things that I want you to do, like as far as onboarding, that a lot of agencies don't. And one is scripts. What scripts do is basically like the main reason for them is one, obviously there's content to sell. That's the first reason, is just content to sell on the OF page. But the main second reason is the fact that they're doing something the second that you sign. So you've signed and you've already taken the initiative like, hey, we need this to ensure that we grow and we have results on the page. So having scripts be made immediately to your liking, the way that your agency runs runs it is the best way to go about it. After that, your model personality sheet gets all the questions answered by your models for your chatters. Pretty self-explanatory. If you want access to that, by the way, join my Telegram channel, ask for it, I'll send it your way, completely free in the description. After that, buy accounts, get started with her pages if she doesn't already have pages, and then show results within the first 14 days. I don't care how you have to do this, whether you buy methods, you buy black hat, whether you have a fake fan on her OF page, I don't care. Show results within the first 14 days, however you want to go about that. But if you do not do this, I have a 90% chance that after a month, 2 months, your model will start questioning being with you. So that is how I would go about signing my first OnlyFans model in 2025. If you have any questions about what I've covered, join my Telegram group, shoot me a message on Instagram. Also, I want to talk to all of my serious agency owners. I know this is a beginner video, but if you do have a couple models and you were watching this video to see if you could expedite your model signing, I do have an opportunity for you. My agency Unity Link just opened up a partner public application that you can go down, fill out, see if it's a right fit for you. To explain in layman terms, it's basically a partnership where we will give you access to all of our SOPs, everything, basically A through Z of how we run our agency. It is a do-it-for-you service operated through RevShare. But if you do not have an overload of volume or a lack of XYZ within your agency, there really isn't a place for a partnership. But my one promise to you is that if you do book a call and we do accept you into that call, you will leave there knowing in what direction you will go into. So if that does sound like you, I'd recommend you to go fill out that application form in the description. Other than that, this is how I would sign my first model in 2025 if I had no prior experience. I hope you guys understood this video. If you have any questions, like I said, you know where to contact me. Other than that, like the video. Hope you enjoyed. If not, either way, it's been Griffin, and peace out.